using the is greater than condition for task due dates. Hello everyone. In today's session, we're focusing on how to use Power Automate's is greater than condition. Our goal is to set up a flow that will notify users if a task's due date is more than a certain number of days away. For example, this can be useful if you want to remind users of upcoming tasks only when they're within a reasonable time frame, like 7 days or less. This type of flow is perfect for keeping everyone on top of deadlines without overwhelming them with early notifications for tasks that aren't due soon. Let's go step by step to build and test this flow. Setting the stage. Our SharePoint list. Setup first. Let's look at the SharePoint list we're working with, called Project Tasks. This list includes title, the task name assigned to, the person responsible for the task, due date, the task's deadline, status, a choice field with values like not started, in progress, and completed. We're building this flow to notify assigned users when a task is coming up, but only if it's within our chosen time frame. Specifically, we'll set it to notify when the due date is 7 days or fewer away. Starting the flow in Power Automate. Let's head over to Power Automate to get this flow going. From the main dashboard, click Create on the left. Choose Automated Cloud Flow since we want this to run automatically whenever a task is added or updated. Give the flow a meaningful name, such as Due Date Reminder for upcoming tasks. In the Choose Your Flows trigger panel, search for and select when an item is created or modified in SharePoint. This will ensure the flow runs whenever a new task is added or an existing task's due date changes. Click Create to start configuring the flow, connecting to the Project Tasks list. Now, let's specify which list we want to monitor. In the Site Address dropdown, select the SharePoint site that contains your Project Tasks list. In List Name, select Project Tasks from the dropdown. With this setup, Power Automate will trigger each time an item in the Project Tasks list is created or updated. Adding a condition to check the due date. Next, we're setting up a condition to check if the due date is close enough to warrant a notification. Click plus New Step and search for Condition. Select it to add a condition to our flow. In the condition, let's set it to check whether the due date is within 7 days of the current date. In the first field, select Due Date from Dynamic Content. For the condition operator, choose is less than or equal to. In the final box, we'll enter an expression to calculate 7 days from today. Click Expression and type. Add days UTC now the value 7. Click OK to save the expression. This condition will check if the due date is within the next 7 days. Let's add a note here as well to keep things organized. Click on the 3 dots at the top of the condition. Choose Add a Note and type something like, "This condition checks if the task is due within 7 days or sooner." Adding a null check for the assigned user. To avoid any issues, let's ensure the Assigned to field is populated before attempting to send the email. Inside the If Yes branch of the previous condition, click plus Add an Action and add another condition. In this new condition, let's check that Assigned to Email isn't empty. In the first field, choose Assigned to Email from Dynamic Content. Select is not equal to for the operator. In the final field, click Expression, type Null, and click OK to save. Adding another note here can help document our flow. Let's add, "This condition ensures an assigned user exists before sending a reminder email." Configuring the email notification. With our conditions set, we're ready to add the email action. If both conditions are met, that is, the task's due date is within 7 days and has an assigned user, the flow will send the notification. Inside the If Yes branch of the second condition, click plus Add an action and search for Send an email. V2. In the To field, select Assigned to Email from Dynamic Content to ensure the email goes to the right person. For the subject, let's set something informative, like Upcoming Task Due. Title. Selecting Title from Dynamic Content automatically inserts the task name. In the body, write a brief but clear message. The task title is due on due date. Please review and complete it as needed. Let's add one final note here. This email notification is sent only if the task is due within 7 days and has an assigned user. Saving and testing the flow. With everything set up, click Save in the lower right corner, and then click Test to see the flow in action. Let's walk through a few test scenarios. Scenario 1. Task due within 7 days with an assignee. For this test, go to the Project Tasks list and create a new task. Title: Complete report. Assigned to: choose yourself or a colleague. Due date: set the date to 3 days from now. Status: not started. Since the due date is within 7 days, the flow should trigger and send an email. Remember, the trigger timing may vary depending on your Power Automate plan. Scenario 2. Task due date: more than 7 days away. Now let's test a task with a due date beyond 7 days to ensure the flow doesn't send an email. Title: Review Project Plan. Assigned to: yourself or another user. Due date: set the date to 15 days from now. Status: in progress. Because the due date is more than 7 days away, the flow should stop at the first condition and not send an email. You can check this in the run history to confirm. Scenario 3. Task due soon without an assignee. For this test, let's check that the flow doesn't attempt to send an email if no one is assigned. Title: Prepare meeting agenda. Assigned to: leave this blank due date. Set to 5 days from now. Status: not started. The flow should stop at the second condition because there's no assigned user. Wrapping up. And that's it. We've successfully built a flow that reminds users about upcoming tasks, but only within a specified time frame. Using conditions like is greater than helps ensure our notifications are targeted, so they stay relevant and timely. Remember, the flow's responsiveness depends on your Power Automate plan, so higher tier plans might see faster trigger times. With everything saved, you can confidently activate this flow and manage task reminders with precision. Great job, everyone! This is a solid example of building effective workflows in Power Automate.